Peace in the morning. It's Funky Friday with DJ 5 Star. Let's go, 5 Star. Take it away.
5 Star.
Come on. What's up, y'all? Good morning. It's the Peace of the Morning Show. It's Funky Friday with Darius A. Stanton and DJ 5 Star. And do we have a show for you? We have a dynamite, out of sight, cool brother that just walked across the stage to the smell of some sage. Not the sage, but he did walk across the stage at Temple University. Ladies and gentlemen, in a moment, you will talk to none other than and hear from Dr. Damon Johnson. Just got his degree from Temple University in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and he is here with us on the Peace of the Morning Show. And the name of this show, No Limitations. Hey, 5, crank it up, baby. Come on. Funky Friday, baby. Y'all know what time it is. Y'all probably still home because it's people still work from home. But if you're not, come on, do what? Peace in the morning. Come on, y'all. Y'all better get ready. The weather getting warm. And Funky Friday coming at you like the quiet storm. Hey, when we come back, we're going to bring that positive news that you can use. We're about to go off for a minute. We right back. I'm going to let 5 keep cranking, and we're going to be right back with the Peace of the Morning Show and Dr. Damon Johnson. Go ahead, 5. Take it away, baby.
It's a Funky Friday, only right we get funky. What's up, Val? Good morning.
Going down 165th Street, passing that ball. Oh, man, don't do it to me.
For once in my life, I have someone who needs me. Someone I've needed so long. For once unafraid, I can go where life leads me. Somehow I know I'll be strong. For once I can touch what my heart used to dream of long before I knew. Oh, someone warm like you would make my dream come true. Yeah. For once in my life, I won't let sorrow hurt me, not like it's hurt me before. For once I have something I know won't desert me. I'm not alone anymore. For once I can say, this is mine, you can't take it. As long as I know I have love, I can make it. For once in my life,
Good morning, everybody. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Gerald, good morning. Phyllis, good morning. How you doing, everybody? I love Fridays.
Hey man, he is an ordinary guy. You always say you want a boy, you want a boy, you want a boy. All he wants to do is have a boy. I don't know. All he talks about is truth. Oh man, well he knows the
Oh, my ears cut off.
yeah.
Yeah.
Why they call him Tom?
Yo, it's Funky Friday, baby. We got DJ 5 Star on the ones and twos doing it up. Yeah, give me that other view. All right. What's up? Peace of the morning, y'all. This is Darius A. Stanton with DJ 5 Star.
5 star.
No doubt about it. And we working it over, slide it in, got you in the groove and make that body move. Hey, 5, man, you know, you just played my Jamaican funk favorite, baby. That's one of my all-time top 5. Matter of fact, just to let us know, please start the show. What's your number one jam, your number one groove, the one that makes your body move? What is that song? Give it to us right now. Put that in the chat. Don't forget to follow us. 5 and I are on www.peaceinthemorningshow.tv. That's peaceinthemorningshow.tv. Also, you can catch us now on YouTube. We're live right now on YouTube. So go subscribe to the Peace in the Morning Show with Darius A. Stanton, and you can catch us live. Make sure you like it. Make sure you share it. Make sure you subscribe. You got to push positive news because we pushing you. Hey, thank you, Harmony. We got Harmony DeVoe. Yo, 5, we got to get Harmony DeVoe on the show, man.
Absolutely.
Hey,
Harmony, good morning.
This sister can blow. Man. And also we got our sister Phyllis Curry in the house, the publisher of the Life magazine. That's right, the Life magazine. So as a matter of fact, while we're talking Life magazine, before we bring our guests to the floor and let everybody introduce everyone to our special guest, our ceremonial guest. And I say ceremonial because he just participated in one of the biggest ceremonies of a lifetime. He received his doctorate degree from Temple University. So you'll see that brother in a minute, but for right now, I want you to take a moment and check out positive news you can use, brought to you by the Life magazine. It's my pleasure to introduce you to Dr. Damon Johnson. Dr. Damon Johnson is a graduate of the University of Maryland, Eastern Shore, where he got his bachelor's and his master's degree. He's from Annapolis, Maryland. And recently, he just received his doctorate in educational leadership. Ladies and gentlemen, Peace in the Morning Show family, please put your hands together and welcome Dr. Damon Johnson.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Yes, good morning, my brother. Thank you so much for being a part of the Peace in the Morning Show.
Thank you for having me.
So, Dr. Johnson, we're excited, man, because this is a big time for a lot of people. They're graduating, celebrating. Unfortunately, due to COVID, people aren't able to experience proms like, some of us did. But you were able to accomplish something that very few people in the world get a chance to accomplish. And that is to receive your doctorate degree in educational leadership. And to happen to be an African-American male, those numbers are even smaller. The percentage of doctorate degree holders in the world is a very small percentage.
1%.
Let alone 1%?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. So that right there just gives you, it's just sitting on top of the world. Yeah, I mean, you know, to be a part of the 1% in terms of intellectual capacity, you know, and it just so happens, not only are you African American, not only are you a male, but you also happen to be visually impaired. So the percentage of folks who are visually impaired with a doctorate degree, let alone a bachelor's and a master's, is still also probably less than 1%. Is that correct?
Now that I don't know, but I'm curious to know myself, but I'm sure it's very small.
So tell us about yourself. You know, first of all, how does it feel to have you? How did it feel when you walked across that stage? I mean, you've been in that experience before because you got your high school diploma, so you got that degree, you got your bachelor's, did that, then you got your master's. So you pretty much was old hat. Did it feel anything? Was there any difference of a feeling when you walked across that stage?
Yes and no. It felt good because I'm the first one in my family to get a doctorate, number one, let alone go through school and get 3 degrees. So that was a wonderful feeling. But
wow,
it was saddening because family couldn't come to be there physically to cheer you on, but a lot of people watched it, streamlined it, and it just felt good to be done. The university system was challenging. I worked a full-time job, going to school full-time, and I was in a management role as I was going through school. So it was challenging, but I wore it very well while going through school. I started the program in 2017 in July, and I finished in May of 2021. Well, actually, I defended my dissertation in March, and I was done with everything in April. So, and I walked in May. So it's a good feeling.
Wow. I mean, that's incredible to be able to. So you were working full time while you were obtaining your doctorate.
Yeah, I worked. I was at the time when I started the program. So before I came to Temple and worked, I did vocational rehabilitation as I was a counselor for about 6 years, and then I was promoted to supervisor, where I supervised staff to do vocational rehab services for students with disabilities. And I was supervisor, and I was able to go to school at night on the weekends, and I went 3 summers for 3 years to complete the degree. And then I took a year and a half, I think, to do my dissertation research. And I did my research on interagency collaboration between vocational rehabilitation and local partners, which is the school district. So basically, I looked at the collaboration between vocational rehabilitation Philadelphia office and the Philadelphia school district and how they interact with one another from a vocational perspective. So I didn't get the outcomes or the perceptions from the school district side because of time constraints. I only got perceptions and experiences from the vocational rehabilitation staff who were the boots on the ground.
Wow. So that was, I mean, and then you were doing all of that in the tail end during COVID. So that was a whole nother dynamic.
Yeah, so when I started my research, collecting my data for my research in 2020, around the springtime. And this is the time that I started my. So at that time I promoted again to as a manager, where I ran an office for the Bureau of Blindness and Visual Services in the same Philadelphia area, but I was the director. So I was managing an office, collecting data, trying to figure out how to navigate COVID and all that stuff like that.
So you were actually managing an office while working on your doctorate. You were running the whole department. I mean, basically the whole department. I mean, that was a lot of responsibility.
Yeah, I was running an office, trying to navigate individual personalities, systems, policies, the people above me, the people below me, and I was trying to make sure that I stay on top of schoolwork so I can be done at some point.
Wow. Well, there are a few folks watching the show today that happen to be from the Spa Road community, and your family, the Johnsons, happen to be from Smithfield Street, which is a part of the Spa Road community. So shout out to the Spa Road community in Annapolis, Maryland. For those who don't know, all over the world, now you get a chance to meet another one of the famous Spa Roadians. Although you did grow up in Bywater and Annapolis Woods, Bay Ridge Gardens, as a child. So what was it like growing up in Annapolis and, just getting to a point where, when did you decide you knew you wanted to go to college and you wanted to pursue, did you know that early on? Was it high school? Was it the great Robert Eads, one of your coaches in life that helped you, rest in peace, to our good brother? What was it that helped you to decide you wanted to make those kind of moves?
So most of it was my family, mainly my mom, Timberly Dorsey. Shout out to her. When I was in high school, I think I wanted to be a chef or something like that. But then I changed my mind. I wanted to go to college because I wanted to work in special education. And so I think in my senior year, I applied to several schools and I got accepted to University of Maryland Eastern Shore. I went there, and then I graduated in 2006, and I was like, well, what do I do now? And I knew that I had to go back to get another degree because I knew that eventually you would need another degree to matriculate. So I went back to UMES because I knew the campus, I was familiar with the people. And so I got my master's in vocational rehab counseling because it's on the lines of working with individuals with disabilities in a different sector. So that's how I did it. But throughout my childhood, I came in contact with Robert Eads when I was a teenager, I believe. And he encouraged me to do anything I wanted to do. He always would tell me you could do anything you want to put your mind to. And so I was able to connect with him and join the Boys and Girls Club that he had. Down in Full Ford, I think. And so he helped with shaping and molding and being an inspiration to that. And so, and my mom was the number one pusher. She's like, you can't make it nobody's going to basically care that you have a disability. You have to be able to get out there and do what you have to do because people are going to try to get over, take advantage, and you have to be able to advocate, live on your own because she always used to tell me, I'm not going to be here forever. So you have to learn how to make it through life. So she was my number one push. And then also close family and friends always push for the greatness. And so that's how I got to where I am.
Wow, that's a fantastic story. And, I want to encourage people to be proud of yourself, be proud of your family, be proud of your community, be bold for good. And I got to share this. So it just dawned on me. So when you said your mom and mentioned Timothy Dorsey, so we're actually cousins. So I'm super excited, out of sight, dynamite, pumped up that, I have a brother to look up to that has his doctorate degree because I only have my master's. So, I'm aspiring to get to your level. You know what I mean? 5-star.
Yeah, absolutely. I was about to say the same thing. He's inspiring me, man. It's been calling me after I got my master's. I said, I'm done. And then it just kept calling me. And I was talking to the president of UMBC. That's Dr. Freeman Rabowski, right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
he was like, man, Kendrick, I like your product with the math through music, but you need to include you make sure you include reading inside that. So that was another piece of that product, to have a booklet where it still increases literacy while still increasing math scores. And he always said, when you go back to school, because I know you're going to go back, make sure you go back for STEM. So it's calling me to go back for a PhD in engineering, research, education, to tie in what we've been doing in education and my background in electrical engineering and business.
And one of the things I will say, that getting a doctorate degree is not for the faint of heart. So just make sure that you committed, stay on track, because taking the classes is not the difficulty. It's the part when you get to the researching and the independency of collecting the data. That's self-directed and self-driven. And a lot of people tend to get to that point, and then life just happens, and then they don't finish. So you just want to make sure that once you start it, you try to finish it or complete it.
Absolutely. That's the best advice ever. Because honestly, I realized that when I went back to school the second time, well, the first time I went to school because my family said, be like your sister, get an engineering degree, go be an engineer. So when I got that degree, okay, it was an accomplishment, but I looked at the world platform and said, I think I want to build my own company. And so then I realized, I need to learn the language of business. So I went back to school for my master's degree, and it wasn't for the master's degree. It was really for the information. So I think when I go back for my PhD, it's got to tie in with our educational product. It's got to tie in with what I'm already doing. So this kind of thrives me through that whole journey. But thank you for that advice. That's excellent advice.
And you want to make sure that your research is in alignment with your interests. Because one thing you don't want to do is do research that you're not interested in. And that's what helped me with doing my dissertation. At the time, I was interested in doing it. I knew it at the back of my hand. I was engulfed in it. So it helped me with gathering the information that I needed to gather so I can complete the dissertation.
Major.
So Dr. Johnson, tell us about how you were able to mitigate and manage like all of that stress. How did you deal with, you got your job. I tell people you have not worked until you supervised.
It took a lot of prayer. I'm a man of faith, so I know how to go pray. Church keeps me grounded. I grew up in Mount Olive AME Church in Parole, so that helped me to, stay grounded and rooted, because being a manager, let alone a supervisor, people are people, and people will take you to a place where you don't want to go. But when you have the foundation and the tools to push you through, you can go to your secret place, if you will, and talk to the higher being, if you will, for guidance, direction, comforting.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, just to be able to make those strides and really, take full advantage of all the opportunities you had. The name of this show is No Limits, No Limitations. And you were the one that really inspired us with regards to the title. And so anybody that's out there that's dealing with sickness, that's dealing with pain, trauma, disappointment, a disability, whatever it is that we're struggling with. I remember when I was working on my master's and I talked to my field class instructor. Actually, it was his wife, and I was disturbed because I had, when I sleep, I had a sleep study done. In my sleep, I only get 79% of the needed oxygen, and so I'm supposed to sleep with a CPAP machine, just a number of things that I really needed to do. And so I talked to my field instructor's wife, who was a professor as well. And I was just telling her about, what I was dealing with work and school. And basically she was like, well, use the 79% that you had. Basically, no excuses. And I felt crazy because at the time I was speaking to her and she had 2 master's degrees and she was in a wheelchair. So my point being, use what you have. You know, God gives us everything that we need. And the one thing that I heard you say about your research and what allowed you to continue to press on was that you were researching something that you believed in, something that you had a passion for, which gave you that energy. So step into your own shoes. Don't go into careers because of money. Don't go into careers because of titles of fame or status. Go into it because that's what the gifts that God gave you, and it's something you would do whether you get paid for it or not.
Absolutely. You get to a place in life where money is not everything, and nor titles, because your sanity and your well-being and your mental health is very important. And what I mean by mental health is like keeping yourself together and keeping your sanity and doing things that you love and you have a passion for doing. Because people take positions just for the title and for the money. And then when you get that job and that title and the money, and you have to deal with all the stress levels, it's not what it's cracked up to be. So make sure that you do something that you have a passion to do, enjoy. And like you said, you can do it whether you get paid or not.
Absolutely. Wow. Thank you for that last piece. I was just about to add that for those that don't really understand passion, it is something you love so much that you would do it for free. So Dr. D just made sure you understand that we gotta move along with our passion, meaning this is something that strives you, motivates you without being paid to do it. Kind of like these turntables in front of me.
There you go, the ones and twos. Speaking of the turntables, we're going to take a quick break with one of our sponsors, which is the Life magazine, and check out two really inspirational stories. Our positive news segment called Positive News You Can Use. And when we come back, we're going to wrap up the show, crank a little bit more with DJ 5-Star, because you know it's Funky Friday. So we got to funk it up. And here's some more parting words from our dynamic guest as he gets ready to take on the rest of his day. And so stay tuned for Positive News You Can Use with the Life magazine.
Welcome to Life's Magazine Positive Media Moment with me, Buff Patterson. Today's media moment is we have a first grader, Cameron Gardner from Arkansas. She was just learning to write persuasive letters when she decided to write Old Navy, her favorite store, and say, why can't you make girls' pants with real front pockets? You know, so we can put our hands in them or stuff. Well, Old Navy heard her request and sent her 4 pairs of pants with real front pockets. Who says girl power doesn't start young? You go, Cameron. Today's positive media moment is we're focusing on Terrell Hagler, a sanitation worker from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Let's just call it Philly. He works Monday through Friday from 7 to 3. And he believes if you can clean up the city, things change. He's building a bridge between the community and sanitation. He's created work groups to go out and clean up the hardest hit part of the city. And they're planting flowers and trees, and it's making a huge difference. He's not just depending on local government to clean up the city is cleaning up the city. And when he's not picking up trash, he's an awesome father, brother, and friend. Isn't that a wonderful story? Please follow Terrell on Instagram on Our Fave Trash Guy. And me, Buff Patterson. And don't forget to subscribe to the Life magazine. See you next time.
All right. Thank you so much, Life magazine. We appreciate that. And make sure you check Follow Life magazine. Right now, they have free subscriptions to their digital magazine. So go to The Life magazine. That's LYFE magazine.com. All right. So, Dr. Damon, we're going to get ready to get out of Dodge. But before we go, I wanted you to just share with us anything that you want to let the community know about how important it is to keep pushing and don't allow anything to get in the way of you reaching your goals and pursuing your passion.
So I'm going to steal a quote that my brother wrote on Facebook 2 weeks ago in recognition of my accomplishments. And he said, "The sky is no longer the limit, it's just a view."
Wow.
Say it again for the people in the back.
Yeah, say that one more time for us.
The sky is no longer the limit. The sky is no longer the limit, it's just a view.
Wow.
And I stole it from my brother Darren, who goes by the name on Facebook, Darius Love Hall.
Major.
No doubt, another dynamic brother.
And when I read that, I was like, wow.
That is, and we share the same name. So yeah, I love it. So Dr. Damon Johnson, thank you so much. You got a lot of Hawk pride out there that's shouting you out in the chat. Candy Paws, Hollywood Jackie Mims. So you got a lot of fans, man, a lot of Hawk pride out there. That's for those who don't know what Hawk pride is. That is the University of Maryland, Eastern Shore.
Mm-hmm.
So, Dr. Johnson, thanks so much for being with us. We appreciate it. We definitely want to come back another time and talk about vocational rehabilitation so people can understand what voc rehab does and the services that you all provide. And you're currently working at Temple University, is that correct?
So yeah, I no longer do vocational rehabilitation, but that field will always be my foundation. I work at Temple in the Office for Students with Disabilities. Every campus has one. I am the associate director for that department. So I can talk about that services on the college campus as well as vocational rehabilitation services too.
Wonderful. Well, we'd love to have you come back and be a part of the show and talk to us about students with disabilities and how we can provide services for those children, as well as adults who need a way back to their vocation or to a vocation. But we definitely would love to have you back. Would you be willing to come back on the show?
You just let me know when. I'll be here.
Awesome. Well, look, before we go, we're going to let you ride because I know you got to get ready for your next meeting. So thank you so much for being a part of the Piece of the Morning show.
Thank you for having me.
I got to let my main man, DJ Firestar, crank it up. And next week, we're actually going to bring on, and oh, by the way, Cuz, good to see you, man. Proud of you. Now that I recognize that we cousins, I want to just throw that out there real quick.
Thank you.
And please give your mother my love.
I will.
Yes, she's a very special person. It's no wonder that she developed such a beautiful young brother like yourself. Very proud of you. God bless you. And thank you for the leadership that you're providing for students, not only in the state of Maryland, but now throughout the country and around the world by holding such a prestigious degree from a large unit, from a significant university like Temple University. So thank you for the work that you're doing and much success to you.
And I'm making a difference in Philly now since I live here. So
I know that's right. Making a difference in Philly. That's what we're talking about. Wherever we go, we're making a difference in the lives of people in our community. So keep that working. No excuses, no limits. That's our brother. No limitations, Dr. Damon Johnson.
Thank you, good sir.
Yes, sir. You're more than welcome. Hey, Five, it's time to roll, baby. But before we roll, go ahead and give them something fresh. It's Funky Friday. The sun is out. It's shining. Look, no matter where you are in the world, even if it's raining, if it's storming, whatever's taking place, the sun is always shining. You might not be able to see it at that moment, but it's always shining. Crank it up, Five.
Did you say Harmony DeVoe was on?
I said Harmony DeVoe was on the show this morning. She was trying to check in.
Let's play some Harmony DeVoe music.
Hey man, you got a new one too. This I tell you, she's thorough. And she got her own show. We got to bring her on live.
You are the lyrics to my song, the melody in my heart, the beat from deep within me. I knew right from the start that you were made for me, a special gift from God, a love for all eternity. From him to you, I'm
It's only right. I got you, sis. And I'm mixing it with an instrumental called No Limit. Yes, pun intended. Wake up, wake up, wake up. It's a funky Friday.
Yo, Five, you cranked it up, baby. You cranked it up. You cranked it up, boy. Yo, let's give it up for DJ 5-Star Funky Friday playing that La La Hadia with the background of the Low Limit. And then out on top of that, he played Queen Ayasudebe and the Royal Court Orchestra. Yeah. All the way live. Yo, Five, man, you did it again, baby. You cranked it up on Funky Friday, made it good for the people.
Always, got to.
So next week, we're going to close out our graduation special by celebrating young people from two organizations that DJ 5-Star not only leads, but that I am big supporters of. And really looking forward to that. So, Five, tell us about the young people that we're going to be celebrating and the organizations that have been giving them scholarships for decades now.
Got it. So Black Professional Men has turned 30 this year, and we've been giving scholarships for about 27 years. And so this year is no different. We have 5 scholars that we hopefully will be able to see if they can come on. If not, I'll have their photos and we'll talk about the things that they're doing. And so as Black Professional Men, our mission is to ensure the future of the African-American male, and we do that by all different aspects, but one of our main focuses is getting our scholars to the next level. So we bring them mentorship, resources, and a check so they can purchase their books when they attend their university of choice or trade of choice in the fall. And then, of course, I serve as the president of the Baltimore County African American Cultural Festival, where our great Madam Speaker, Delegate Adrienne Jones, is the founder of that great organization. We turned 25 this year. We'll be giving scholarships for 25 years in Baltimore County students, graduates. And so we'll actually have, in lieu of our 25th year, we gave away 25 scholarships. So there were, I think, 7 schools: Milford Mill, Randallstown, Lansdale, Carver Center for Technology, and I'm missing some, Pikesville, and 2 other schools, I believe, all had some scholars for the Baltimore County African American Cultural Festival. I got to put a festival tab on here. But in the meantime, yep.
That is incredible, man. Five, man, we are looking forward to that, being able to see some of the young people, hear from some of the people in the organizations that you mentioned. So shout out to Black Professional Men, the founders of that organization, the folks who are tied to it now. We're definitely excited about being a part of Black Professional Men. Also, we want to, thank the speaker, Adrienne Jones, for bringing all of those folks together and really keeping something and creating something that is now 25 years in our community, and not just, doing entertainment, but bringing the arts, a lot of social and other resource information for people, and an education tent, which is run by Miss Cynthia DeHasis and her committee that have done a phenomenal job, and we've been fortunate to be a part of for the last few years, and looking forward to this coming year for the festival. Also on October 16th, the anniversary of the Million Man March. We'll be celebrating October 16th with a sunrise prayer, breakfast, and a whole host of other activities following that. So please look out for that. And we want to just pay homage to the birth of El Hajj Malik Shabazz Malcolm X, whose birthday was this week, May 19th, I believe. And also want to pay homage to another brother who really put a lot of energy, effort, and comedy in our lives. You may not know, but Richard Pryor is famous, and his comedy is still legendary because of this brother. And he has his own comedy that he did. I mean, just the brother's hilarious. And he passed this week. Now one of our great righteous ancestors, Mr. Paul Mooney.
Mm-hmm.
So rest in peace to our brother Paul Mooney. And we just thank you all for joining us. We appreciate you supporting the Peace in the Morning show. Make sure you tune in next Friday morning, 9 a.m., so we can bring you graduates and young people who are flourishing and have done extremely well and taking advantage of the opportunities and the resources that people like you have given and donated to. So if you have a scholarship drive, if you have an organization that's doing something positive, please, by all means, send us a note at the peaceinthemorningshow.tv. If you want to advertise, look out for us, and definitely tune into 5 Stars program, Math Through Music, which is a powerful program putting science, technology, engineering, arts, and math all in one package and teaching them business and entrepreneurship in the same vein. That's right. That's DJ 5 Star of 5 Star Enterprises right here on the Peace in the Morning show with Darius A. Stanton. Thank you to our engineer here at Streets Media. And you all have a wonderful weekend. And don't forget, it's Funky Friday, baby, here on the Peace in the Morning show. My peaceful moment, no limits. No limits. The sky is not a ceiling. It's a portal for you to receive your blessings and all your good feelings. This is Darius A. Stanton with the Peace in the Morning show and DJ 5 Star. Say peace.
5 Star.
Bring 5 Star.
Remember the times we had, taking the good ones with the bad.
The king that was on the show that made this record Starlight. What's his name again? You remember him?
Joel Treese, talked to him yesterday. He's got some new music for you. He wants to come on and share that new music with you. So he's going to be reaching out to you. As a matter of fact, it'd be good to bring him and Harmony DeVoe on together. So we should probably pull that together. But yeah, that was Joel Treese.
Yeah, I got him. Jay Treese, yep.
Jay Treese, that's right. Be a nice act for the cultural festival too.
Absolutely.
And he happens to live in Baltimore County.
Starlight is alright, 'cause you're here with me. Can't think of no other place I'd rather be. Seduction's a must, followed by fantasy. The way that you got hold of me.
Ow. Nice.
That's called a loop right there.
That's tight, ain't it?
Mm-hmm.
Let me show you the way to go.
Ow. Hey, y'all better book DJ 5 Star. Y'all better check him out on Twitter, Instagram. You want him at your event because he's not just a DJ, he's an audio score engineer, meaning he can put the whole package together to feature an event right into a nice package, give you the sound, the quality, the visuals you want. You want DJ 5 Star to whatever event you have, whether it's your conference, your business event, your party, your marriage, retirement. You want DJ 5 Star and 5 Star Enterprises to work it out for you. That's right, just like he does for us every Friday on the Peace of the Morning show. Hey, 5, we appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much. We see y'all next week on the
My
Peace
pleasure.
of the Morning show with DJ 5 Star.
5 Star.
Darius, you know we took kids to Italy yesterday? I forgot to tell you that. I got to show you that one day.
What?
We took kids to Italy virtually. It was so dope. They
Wow.
loved it. Like literally three-dimensional videos. Like it was just crazy. Let me see if I can show you something.
I can only imagine.
Fourth and fifth graders took a trip to Italy, just like this.
Hello, kids. My name is Italia.
So when you say we provide
Today,
audio
we are
scores,
going to start a really long trip
visual scores as well. Amazing. They take kids all across the globe
across the.
from my studio.
Hello, kids. The capital city of Italy is Rome.
So I had to show you that real quick. It was amazing. Peace in the morning, everybody. See y'all soon.
Hey, brother, that was live. Thanks so much for sharing that experience with us. Hey, and we are so excited about our young people being able to travel all over the world because, as we know, experience is one of our greatest teachers. Make sure you expose your children, but first give them a whole lot of love. Remember, education starts at home. This is Darius A. Standing with the Peace in the Morning Show. It's Funky Friday, baby. Enjoy yourselves. Peace in the morning. Thank you, Five. Love you, brother.
All right, bro. Love you too.